feel free to unmute if you'd like to say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, just I'm so sorry. I just had to quickly have a little snack. So,
Well, I just got my lunch. We're in different time zones,
of
different meals.
course, well, you're welcome to eat. Eat with boring.
Thank you.
Um,
I will be.
mhm. Okay, just give me a little mo. Um, mm. Right, I'm just going to put a little note in the chat just so that the people that are joining a bit late, they can kind of see what we're doing and know where to put all of the find the images. So I was umming and ahhing about how to put it together, and then I was out all day today, and then I came back and I thought I really need to get something prepped. And then I was like, I just need to do it, just need to put something together. So I've just put it onto Substack, and but I will be sharing my screen anyway. So I'd kind of just arranged some images on some separate pages and then put some word prompts and things as well with it. So if you do want to go back to that post, just copying this in. So if you do want to look at any of the other images that I've shared, you can just go back to that post. But I will share my screen as well. Okay. Right, it's just a little bit of information. I'm probably putting way too much information in, but it's just to help in case anyone is joining late and some people don't always feel like they want to like disturb what's happening. So I've just popped it in the chat in case you want to have a look about. It's just information about where I'm going to finish, where you can share, and the timing. So I thought we could do 12 minutes per image. So yeah, so welcome to this celebration of autumn session, autumn inspired session. And yeah, it's one of my favorite seasons. Well, probably is actually my favorite season, probably at that in spring. And we're so close to the autumn equinox here. So yeah, really, really excited. It was really nice to put all of these images together. And yeah, I mean, I could just draw from autumn themed images all the time because they're just so beautiful. And thank you so much to anyone who shared a photo, like an autumn inspired photo. That's fantastic. So I've included them today. And I was just saying, so what I've decided to, well, I was going to do like a big board, like a mood board with just all the images on, and I thought that's a bit confusing. So I just grouped a few on some individual pages with some words and with a little bit of poetry as well. So you can take from it whatever you would like, whatever you kind of feel like, really kind of speaks to you, or you can just use your own image if you've got anything particular that you really want to draw from. You can do that. If like me, like I have a folder that's just autumn and it's just full of autumn, like mostly mushrooms, but some other things as well. And so what we'll do is we'll do like 12 minutes per kind of page. But I was just saying that the images I basically put in, everything's now on that Substack post that I've shared in the chat. And there's also a gallery of a few extra images. So if you wanted to go there and pick any of those out, you're more than welcome to. Or you can just follow along with what we're doing. So I'm working in my little teeny tiny little sketchbook, which I'm really enjoying actually. I think this is something I'm going to carry on with doing. So you may have seen my original post where I mentioned about I made this little concertina sketchbook. Just because I was thinking, how do I want to approach it? Like the images that we've got are kind of a bit more about maybe the colours and the detail of things. So I thought it could lend itself quite well to like smaller drawings, or if you wanted to, you could work on like a big sheet and you could maybe like collage things on together or overlap, maybe that could be quite nice, or work on your sketchbook and just work maybe on like one page or work in panels, and maybe just hone in on some little areas, but however you want to work today. But there were just some suggestions if you were a bit unsure. But I'm going to continue working in this. So I've started and I think it's actually working out quite nicely. Yeah, so what I'll do is I will just share my screen. Does anyone have any questions before we start? Please let me know, or you can put it in the chat. And we'll aim to finish like by about 7:15. And then, sorry, 8:15, and then there'll be some time to share at the end if you want to. You don't have to, but if you would like to, you're more than welcome to. So let me just share. I'm going to open up the first one. Shall I open them all up? Then you can have a look. Right, can you all see that okay? Is that okay? Right, so what I'm just going to show you, I'm going to just whiz through. So I've just done 4 pages. And this is beautiful. So these were some of these were very kindly shared by Kat. The beautiful kind of dappled light through, and I think that's kind of, yeah, that kind of golden light, that kind of just, it's quite hazy and it's just wonderful. And then I also added in an image of mine, which was a red admiral butterfly, which I'm just seeing absolute loads of at the moment, which is brilliant, in a churchyard. And then again, just some words, if you wanted to, I thought we could maybe draw for like 10 minutes. And then if you wanted to add in some text, you could do that in those last couple of minutes when we're doing each one. And then this one was more about kind of the colours of the leaves and the changing of the leaves. And there was a little bit of snippet of poetry from Robert Louis Stevenson. And again, you can just use these if you want to. You don't have to use the poems as well. This was like a collection of mushrooms, photos of mushrooms I've taken over the years. I think they're the right names. I know that the inkcap and the fly agaric is, but the other two I wasn't 100% sure, but I think 99% sure that they are the right names for those. And then this was, yeah, thank you to Michelle who shared these elderberry tree photo. There's an elderberry fruit in the tree, and then I've added in one of my own to this one. And again, a little snippet of poetry from John Keats, and then the pumpkins, which are just always, you know, just very autumnal, and the squashes, and then this very fun little post box, which is in, well, I think this was from last year in my village. It's different this year, but it's so cute. They change it every season. Yeah, so what I thought we'll do is we'll start here, and we'll kind of do this for maybe, I'll set the time for 12, and then we can and then, or maybe I'll set it for 12, and then a couple of minutes before the end, if you would like to, just I'll let you know when there's 2 minutes left, and then you can add some text if you want to. Does that all sound kind of okay? This is a bit more guided than normal. Does that all sound all right? And like I say, there's plenty of images on the Substack post if you'd like to do that instead. So, right, okay, so let's get going. I will just get my timer up. Right, bear with me, I'm just finding my timer. Right, okay, so 12. So I thought we'll just kind of dive straight in rather than having it a warm up, just so we can make the most of the time. Whoops, time is really, there we go. Okay, so can you see all of that okay? I think I've changed the music because at the end of these timer, it was playing this really strange music, quite dramatic, and I've changed it, so hopefully it won't have that weird music anymore. Right, okay. And everyone can see the image, and that's, yeah, just make sure that's okay, it's all up. Yep, lovely. But yeah, thanks again, Kat, for sharing these. So beautiful. I think I'm going to try and do, I like the kind of silhouette of the tree, and that light is really beautiful. And I do also really like the butterfly, but I think I want to look, I want to kind of, I don't know, I'm not quite sure how I would capture that dappled light, but the shadows I think really help, and the silhouette. So yeah, I'll give that a go. I haven't even got my paints out. It's been a bit of a rush today. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got the most sensitive little mouse. I'm just going to move it out of the way because it's just like I literally just have to like look at it, and it it just moves. Actually felt really quite summery. I mean, it is obviously still technically summer, but it felt really summery where I was today. Really, really warm. There's so many bees and loads of butterflies.
Yeah, I've been wearing my coat on the school run recently, and today was one of those days where I didn't need it, which is just strange because I just got used to it becoming cooler.
Yeah, yeah. I've been wearing warm layers in the morning, and then by mid-morning, lunchtime,
Yeah.
that's it. It all comes off.
Yeah.
Might actually get some things done today. I'm really bad at like getting anything substantial done in like drawing sessions. But now I'm working really small, hoping I might actually succeed.
I tried to make a concertina sketchbook too,
Ooh.
and it's very wonky, and I had to make two because obviously my son wants one.
Oh my God.
But it's really, really wonky. I've made a mistake somewhere, but it's nice painting small.
Yeah, mine's really wonky. I think that I quite like the wonkiness. I think, yeah. They're pretty straightforward. I mean, it's been a long time since I was really into like bookmaking and sketchbook making, but I think they're one like I think they're one of the simplest ones to make, I think.
Okay.
Although there's some that you can, I know that Sarah, if anyone like follows Sarah Dyer, like she makes these folding ones, which are really, really lovely.
Mm.
And they're kind of relatively simple, but I say that. I mean, when I've tried to make them on her sessions, I've struggled, but But yeah, it doesn't involve like stitching and any
Oh,
gluing or anything. So
yeah.
or too much, I think sometimes bookmaking and binding and some of those processes just can make your head hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I went to this exhibition today, which possibly Kat, you might know about, I'm not sure, but it's the Northampton Rutland Open Studios.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe I've never been before, which is terrible because it's been going for so long,
Yeah.
and it's literally on my doorstep. I'd never been to the actual open, the public exhibition.
Yeah. No, I don't think I ever did.
No, but it's like I think they probably run these all over the country, but it's like like it's like a county that I live in, and the next county along, and you can submit to this exhibition, and it's very open. Like you can put in jewelry and textiles and ceramics, furniture, just everything. It seems there doesn't seem to be a limit, which is lovely. And also, I don't know whether they might reject some submissions. I'm not sure. There was a lot in there, and then people also open up their studios for people to visit. You can go and visit studios and do workshops and things. It's really nice. It runs for the whole, I think it's like the whole of this month, and then I think they might do one in the spring as well. But it was great. Yeah, it was really fantastic stuff. And you can buy pieces and buy prints. And the location was just amazing. Like it was in a place like this stately home, in a place called Lamport, and so beautiful. Oh my goodness, like just stunning. The garden, you can pay to go into the house and the gardens, and yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Really, really impressed. So me and my friends are like, we are gonna go. Because I went with a couple of friends and we said we're absolutely going to submit next year because we're gonna hold each other accountable and we're gonna submit something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
I think, have you done it before, Kat? You
No,
Oh,
no.
I thought you have. For some reason I just assumed that you would have submitted to that when you were here, when you lived in this area.
Yeah, just I think it was just Northampton really. Yeah. No.
It's probably something similar where you are, I would imagine.
Yes, you got to keep your eye out, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, then I think they had loads of like flyers and leaflets for other exhibitions as well.
Yeah.
That's going on around. So yeah, it really opened my eyes to like what's local and what's around here. It's not really something I'd kind of been involved with.
Yeah.
Because I was always more focused on like publishing, children's book publishing and illustration, and not really like art, like exhibiting my artwork or selling original work or anything.
Yeah.
It's very nice, really nice day. Right, so we've got a couple of minutes left. If you did want to, use some of the text or just carry on with what you're doing, you're welcome to. Or you can just add some text maybe a bit later if you did want to. got 1 minute left now. Hey. Right. It's tricky. I was trying to get that kind of mottled effect and kind of like thinking about those shadows that were being cast.
Mm.
That was tricky. I think I need to go back to those pages, but I think it's quite nice, is it? No, I'm just going to turn the page and then I'll come back to that one. Right. Okay. So the next one is this one. And yeah, this is more like kind of, yeah, fiery foliage and like just that variation of like greens to reds and those really deep, there's some really deep colors in there. And then again, you've got the lovely leaves, got the different shapes. There's a nice contrast against that wall. And then you've got some of the text as well that you can incorporate in. So we'll start this one for do 12 minutes again. And if you would rather like carry on with one of the other ones, the previous one, then you're more than welcome to get those images and work from those. I'm going to try my best to stick with this. I'm always like, anytime I go to someone else's session, I just completely ignore the timers and just do whatever. So I just normally end up chatting too much and getting distracted, but I'll try to stick with this today. Right, I need to find my green.
I think I'm still in the colour play workshop mode.
How are you?
I think like the materials play. Yeah, I'm not really making sense with what I'm drawing, but
Well, I'm trying to like be a little bit like kind of I'm just gonna like blobbing colors down and just letting things mix together and thinking more about that than like I'm kind of the same. Yeah, I am enjoying all the nice warm weather, but I kind of feel like I want it to just get a bit chilly now, so I can, because it feels like I'm just like autumn is just almost there, and I just want to get those crisp kind of those crisp days, and it's when get that kind of a little bit chilly and frosty, and then you can see your breath, and I really like it when you get the kind of when you get a little bit of frost or it's a little bit kind of misty and all that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm really into that. I'm getting into that zone now. And not that I want to wish wish things away, but I'm quite looking forward to it.
Yeah, I got my heated blanket out and I was all ready. And then it just got too hot again. And I'm like, oh, I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about like, oh, jumpers. I need to get my jumpers down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't. I just need to keep my
Yeah.
t-shirt. I need to get a heated blanket. I'm just thinking about this heated blanket now. I really, yeah. Oh, I need this. Yeah. No, I think my husband would be like, he's not really, he doesn't like getting too hot. So I think, I don't know how to work.
Well,
Yeah.
just you then.
I struggle. I'm like, yeah, this is why I need my own bed. Need my own bed, my heated blanket, and then I can just pile almost like I can just do drawing. I can put my drawing stuff next to me. Pile more books up.
Yeah.
Mm. Is that heated blanket one of those things where you like, how did I live without it? Do you ever?
Yeah, and I just use it just all the time.
Yeah.
Just even when I don't really even need it. It's just a comfort. But the trouble is, when your children understand it, they just, you lose it to them.
Yeah. Like, well, yeah, I had some I've got my slipper socks out the other week. And yeah, as soon as George spotted those, gone. Yeah, I think he would like, even in the summer, he'd just be really happy if he was in like his like onesie, smothered in a blanket,
Yeah, Griffin's like that.
and like right under the covers, and like it gets so hot. I'm like, what, and I'm just thinking he's gonna end up suffocating under there. But I think I used to be the same. I think I used to like being really like right under the covers. I didn't care if I was sweaty.
Yeah,
I didn't care if I got too hot.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do a little. I want to do like like a little demo of that concertina book and do like an actual post with that in, which might be helpful. I'm gonna probably do it with using the pith loose pages, but you can obviously, but then you can adapt it with any paper.
I love that idea. I hope you do that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'd like to make one, but I need a little more guidance.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I think yeah, I might hoping to share it with Pith on their website as well. So on their blog. So we'll see what they say. They seem quite keen, so that'd be nice. Because they really liked what I did with those loose sheets. Because I think that they're quite a new product that they've got. But it's good because it's like a quite economical way of if you know, if the sketchbooks are not, you know, they're not the cheapest sketchbooks around. They're not the most expensive, but if you're kind of working to a budget, it's quite, the loose sheets are quite a good option. And it is nice to be able to just use your own, like make it your own.
Yeah, I live in Berwick-upon-Tweed where they're made.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Ah. Have you ever been in? Can you go into the studio?
Well, yes, because the man who makes, well, one of the partners in Pith, his father owns Martin's the Printers, which is one of the only, possibly the only book printing factory left in England.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
They do all sorts of, they like do Pearson education stuff, they do fiction, non-fiction, all sorts of things get printed at their print works. And they open every year for Heritage Open Days, so you can have a tour of the whole print works.
Oh my
And
god.
then at the end he does a little a pitch for his and you can buy our sketchbooks as well.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. To be fair, they are good. Oh, I didn't know that was like the only one in the UK. Oh my god, all the others just literally like died out? They've just gone because of I guess it's
Well,
expensive.
because it's so expensive and publishers don't want to pay the amount of money that it costs to do it. So yeah, most of it sadly is like now.
Yeah. Wow. That sounds amazing. Are they nice people? They seem like they'd be quite like.
Oh, they're lovely. Yeah. Chris Hardy, who is the owner of Martin's the Printworks. It's called so he's called Chris Hardy because he bought the business, which used to be Mr. Martin's business, which is why it's Martin's the Printworks. Chris Hardy does all sorts of he's involved with the Chamber of Trade in the town and the Civic Society, and he makes lots of lovely donations to look after buildings and things. He's great.
Oh, that's great. Oh gosh, he's very involved in the local community.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, it's really nice.
And obviously, you know, they're a pretty big employer as well because it's got a lot of people to do all the thing.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, they always seem like lovely people. They always, you know, they'll often reply when if you send them a message on like Instagram and stuff, they'll reply.
Yeah.
Really nice. Just got a minute left on this one.
I've finally broken the seal on my pith and now got a couple more. But I won't, my deal is with myself that I won't use on timed stuff. I don't feel confident enough in my skills to kind of do, but it's really nice. I'm using them as a place to go back to things I've enjoyed.
Oh, great.
And or like photos I've taken or I've done a quick version in the playground and now I'm that's my kind of not compromise, but my way of using them. Like
fabulous. Yay. So have you had it a while then, Rowena?
Yeah, well, I got the littlest one as like I want to see what the paper's like and stuff, and did some swatching in the back and was like, yeah. But then it was down to it was the same thing of the sizes. It's only since the new sizes have come in.
Yeah, the new one is well, I say new, it's newish, isn't it? The one that Francis Ives kind of.
Yeah, I got one of each a couple of months ago, and then I've just this week I ordered 2 more of the bigger of those 2 because they're so close in price that I was like, I might as well get the bigger one.
Yeah.
Which I think is Lumia.
Yeah, Jackson's did have I think they still have got a sale on them actually. The last time I looked.
Yeah, they did. They do.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to get them. I think it might be 10% off. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they were.
But I don't.
There's a lot of pages in them.
What's that? Sorry.
There's a lot of pages in them.
Yeah. I find they last.
You know,
quite a long
I've been
time.
using Art Creation, which I'm really enjoying, but it changes what I can use. So
Yeah, and I think it took me a little while to get used to the PIF paper, but now I don't know if I could go back to anything else. I don't think I could change over to another one, but you know, and I really just like how it takes the water and the mixed media. And I
It just holds, it just copes in a way that I've spent the last couple of years like knowing what the limits of art creation are and being like, well, I'll have to back off now.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
rediscovering watercolor and gouache again.
Oh, it's good for gouache, really good for gouache,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I tend to use them kind of interchangeably. I'm not
Yeah, I
purist,
tend
I'm
to work
afraid.
with a mixture of things. I don't tend to work with just one material. I hope you all got on okay with that one. I'm definitely going to go back to that because yeah, it's very nice. Like just like I was just kind of letting colours like bleed into each other, and that was quite nice. So we've got these little set of mushrooms, which I for mushrooms. So we'll just work on these for another 12. And I have, yeah, I've already painted the fly agaric, sorry, my really sensitive mouse. But yeah, the pleated cap, they were so tiny. I literally had to lie down on the floor, on the ground almost to get that photo. They look quite big, but they were so minuscule, but they were just so cute. I had to take that photo. And I was really pleased about the shaggy ink cap because because often like you see them when they're like like there's a certain stages obviously they get to. I'd love to see when it's dripping. That's the only thing I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see that stage, but that was quite a nice stage, I thought, where you can just see that kind of black to white and grey. Um, and when I saw that the fly agaric at the bottom, I think it wasn't round here. It was like I think I was in the Peak District. But oh my God, I was just beside myself when I saw it because it just is like a proper like fairy tale uh, dream. Did anyone ever do the it was like called, I think it was called masking tape mycology, but it was like little masking tape mushroom sculptures, and it was run by what's it, London Drawing Group. And I'll have to try and find the link. And a lady that's like an artist, and she does these sculptures. It's it was so good. She did these ones with dogs as well. Like she making one she did at Christmas, and it was like making little dog Christmas decorations. But she's the first one I went to was making mushrooms out of wire, and then you wrap masking tape around it, and it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get to finish them because they were really fiddly. I really loved the experience of just making something from like really minimal materials, and I keep meaning to go back to it. I think she might be running. She might run them again. I'm going to keep an eye out actually, and then if she does, I'll share it with you. But no, it was really kind of fun and interesting workshop. I think they're called Studio Funnel. Like they're in the UK based like art studio, and yeah, I'll find the details and I'll put it into the chat. But it made me think about how it kind of just makes you really appreciate the form of just something, like even if it's just like something from nature, like if it's like a leaf or a flower or the mushroom, just makes you appreciate it a whole lot more when you kind of really study it and observe it and think about like really like how it's made. And I think those little if you turn it upside down, all the pieces, all the bits underneath. See if I can find yeah, mine wasn't very good. So they were, still need to like paint them. But they were like made from, yeah, like masking tape. I still need, and then they've kind of come a bit unstuck. But the idea is that if he showed you how to make all these little bits underneath, like a little fringe type thing, and then you have to keep layering up the masking tape, and then what you do is you paint them, and they're just nice little sculptural pieces. And then we did make and then she showed us how to do the little dogs. These were really cute. Like you can have them doing different things like sitting and standing. Yeah, they took quite a long time to make, but it was really fun, really nice. You just build up all the layers and then you use acrylic to paint them. I'll see if I can find the link. They might have a replay, or she might be doing other workshops. Got 1 minute left.
Yeah, you'll have to put some pictures on the group, Emma. They're lovely.
I keep meaning to finish them. I keep thinking I need to go back and make some more because yeah, they were quite fiddly. But then once I got the hang of, like once I did the little dog one, I got a hang of it. I thought actually, yeah, this is it's okay. You just need to give yourself a bit of time. Oh yeah, I'll see if I can. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, the last one they did was in May, but it's possible. It's in London. The studio's in London, but I keep looking out to see if there's like a replay of the workshop. Okay. Right. how did you get on with that? It was nice drawing that much. I just love the simplicity of the shapes of mushrooms. Okay, so we'll just move on to this one here. And this will bring us to just over. Yeah, thanks again to Michelle for sharing some of these lovely images. It's interesting how the elderberries look different. I think yours have kind of got more of like a slow, you know, when you have slows, or it has like kind of a dusting, like a white color to it. It's really interesting, like how different they look, and I wonder if they taste different. And I wonder if the size.
I wondered the same thing. I mean, I loved seeing yours, and the tree that mine. It's actually just in my neighborhood.
And it's loaded with fruit, so much fruit.
Right, and I'm the only one who keeps saying, "Oh my goodness, don't let anything happen to that tree."
It's funny because I think people just don't. Well, you don't always know what it is and what it's, you know, what it's there for and what the berries are. You just think, oh, it's just like another tree with some berries on. But no, it's really special. And yes, so much fruit. I was like, oh my God, that's just amazing. Yeah, as it's a little bit sparse. Although I did find, I'm just going to start the timer. I did visit our local nature reserve, and I did discover some more elderberries there. So yeah, it's possible that I might have lost permission to the nature reserve.
They get very beautifully orange.
What's that, sorry, Michelle?
They turn orange.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they don't get picked, and so I keep my eye out because I put them on the Thanksgiving table. So that's when I pick them, is when they're orange.
Oh, how interesting! Oh, wow. I don't think I was just go kind of darker, and then they go all mushy, and then they just go.
Yeah, no, these get, you know,
Oh, I'm fascinated. Well, I want to see now. I'm going to have a look at how they look
Yeah.
when they go orange.
Okay, I'll take a picture.
Yeah, yes, please. And do you make anything from it, Michelle?
No, I just when they're orange, that's when I pick them. And
Yeah.
I keep them in water until the Thanksgiving table. And then I dry them off, but they're still orange. And I just lay them on the table with the leaves and all the other stuff I collect.
Gorgeous. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I've been collecting a few more. I did pick a few more, but I had to carry them home because I didn't bring anything with me on this particular day. But I've been just freezing bits, and then I don't think my husband knows how many I've just got like loads of Tupperware in the freezer, and he's just going to be thinking, what is all this stuff in the freezer? So we do need to make something with it.
Mine, my friends and I say we hide our stuff, our hobbies from our husbands, but I've been freezing. I've been collecting the flowers from the garden to dye fabric dyes. So my freezer is full of marigolds, scabiosa, and some chamomile. So they're all in plastic bags waiting for me.
Yeah. So is this something you've done before? Have you dyed used them? Oh, wow. Because you dye, is this textiles for putting in your artwork, or is it for making clothes, or is this?
No, I'll send you, I can't figure out how to post it, but I have to show you a wall hanging of mushrooms that I did last year. So I combine fabric and painting and, do things.
Oh, fabulous.
So what I'm doing this year, with the flower, with the dyes, is I'm dyeing 8-inch squares of cotton.
Mm-hmm.
and then using the natural dyes at random in some fabric projects. They're sort of like quilts, but they hang on the wall.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, you have to share that with me. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I will. The mushroom is my favorite to date.
Oh, I wouldn't even thought of mushrooms. But
Yeah, and I smugly thought as I was making it that I knew what all those mushrooms were because I
ah,
read mushroom books and I was sure that I did. But when it was all done and I went back to identify them, of course, I didn't remember. And so I have since chronicled, I've gone back and made a poster to chronicle them. And I have I have 69 different mushrooms
wow.
in this one piece.
Wowee. Oh my God, that's mad. That's so
It,
many.
I know, it's nuts.
Yeah.
I really like mushrooms and leaves. So you really sucked me in this time.
Yay. Brilliant. I want to get a little bit more knowledgeable on mushrooms and like, when I see them, like try and get an idea, not necessarily to eat them, but just to get a bit more knowledgeable about
Yeah.
what things they are.
Well, that's what I did. And I made this chart and I identified though which ones are poisonous
Hmm.
and which ones taste good. So
Yeah.
many of them are just okay.
Yeah.
But I did. So now I have it hanging on the wall, and
It's so nice. Yeah, I could quite happily make one of these little concertina books and just do mushrooms. I think that's what we.
yeah, well, that's why I want to know how to make a concertina book. That's
Okay, right. I'll get on it. I'll get on it. Yeah, I did actually. I accidentally, when I was cleaning the berries, I ended up squashing some like accidentally on the bits of tissue paper, some bits of tissue paper, and it made a really nice. And the it's just here actually, and I really liked the color was beautiful. I ended up making these really nice kind of
oh,
yeah, like like when you kind of fold a piece of paper and you get that kind of ink blot thing, ink blot test. And then it made me think, oh, maybe I could actually make something like some ink from it. So
well,
I'm gonna have a little play at some point. Maybe make my syrup first because that was my intention. But
well, a part of the dyeing process, and once you get hooked on fabric dyeing, which I really don't recommend because it takes so much time, but once you're stuck with it,
mm,
then one of the things that you can do with flowers that are good for dyeing,
hmm.
you can actually make their images on fabric. So
Oh,
it's sort of like what you did with
yeah.
the berries. So you just take like a piece of plastic, like a plastic bag or something to cover. Put the flower down on your fabric. Then put the plastic over the flower and take a hammer and just hammer away.
Oh,
And you will end up dyeing the fabric.
yes. And it's the force that forces the kind of the
Uh-huh.
yes.
And it kind of then end up looking, I mean, you could make them look like flower and you can make them abstract. It's really a interesting, wonderful way to dye. And you could do it on paper, but I do it on fabric.
Nice. And great stress relief as well.
You got it. Unless the noise drives you nuts.
Yeah.
I was going to say that before you described it, that yeah, my kid did, I think they called them bash printing or something, because yeah, they hit them with like mallets on
Ah,
camp, on like either Scout, whatever camp
yes.
this time last year. But they did it with leaves as well. So
Sure.
yeah,
That's
they
it.
had it.
Yeah.
And I got Rich into helping them with cyanotypes as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me, whenever I do it, it always reminds me of the cyanotype. It's kind of a version of it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, now you say that. I think George might have done something a bit like that at Cubs one day. Yeah, now you're saying he's saying, yeah, like bash, yeah. It's possible that's what they were doing.
You know, it's like
Cubs.
if they can hit something, then they'll be happy.
Yeah. He probably would have described it to me as something very different.
We went to a science museum, a science centre in Winchester, bit
Mm.
unique, you know, bit specialist for those in the UK. And yeah, everything has something they can kind of fiddle with or bash or make a noise. And it's like, yep, this is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Lex is 7, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love that. Don't
we had to leave after 5 hours because they were closing. But I've got us membership now because, yep, we can come back and do this. Like, we're not going to get it all done today. And they have like live science shows and stuff with fire and ice and things. You say about the weather, I'll try to help him pack. He's camping with them on Saturday night, and it's like I can't. Although it's really warm at the moment, it's cold at night, and I don't know.
Is he camping with it? Is it Cub? Is he going with Cubs?
Yeah, he's a beaver, but it's a group one, so it's all the ages.
Of course, yeah. That's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is he looking forward to it?
he's very excited.
Bless him. Is it his first camp?
Yeah, we've
Oh,
done a couple. This summer, we did like 2 nights one in our back garden and one in my parents' back garden. It was like an introduction of camping, but without having to actually go anywhere, book anything, pack anything.
yeah.
It seemed sensible for him to have done a tiny bit before.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so you get a bit of an idea of what to expect.
It was a bit warmer then at night. So.
Yes, yeah, normally it's a summer thing, but yeah, my son did it. Yeah, they did it in the summer. When was it? I think it was like June and July. You know, yes, it's a bit of can be quite wet and chilly this time of year, so
Yeah.
obviously a bit more hardy than our
Well, it's just a
cubs
weekend,
and
so I think yeah.
okay.
I mean, the beaver they don't have to stay over. Last year he didn't.
Oh yeah, because they're obviously not much yeah.
They're really quite small.
Did they? Oh, so cute. Well, we've come to the end of that. So it's only 5 past. So we've actually, if you would like, we can just spend another 10 minutes on another one. I've got the 4, so we can go back to one of the others, or I could bring up another image from the gallery. Does anyone want to go back to anything that we've worked on that they really would like to that they couldn't finish, but they really want to? Or you can work a bit more on this one with the pumpkins. Does anyone have a preference? I mean, I'll just carry on fiddling with the pumpkins probably, but does anyone have a preference at all? If not, we can stay on this one for a little bit longer. And then we'll be able to stop it, about 10 minutes, and then we can do a bit of a share. What I'll do is I'll stick this on for 10. There we go. One of the pieces that I really liked in this exhibition today was it was like this kind of, call it like a diorama, but it was like in this deep perspex box, this box kind of with a perspex front, and she'd arranged all these like dried flowers, like the most delicate tiniest little dried flowers, and also mushrooms. I don't know how she did it, but they were all real. And then also lichen, you kind of get this lichen on wood, and she'd managed to like take all these little pieces and build this little diorama kind of scene out of all of these dried flowers and things. It was just mad. Just me and my friends were like, how like just couldn't fathom it, like the detail. And yeah, I mean, she must just have such a steady hand, or tweezers or something. Yeah, it was amazing. I don't even know how you'd buy a mushroom, like, so it's not like, I imagine when it's mushrooms are dried, they're really wrinkly, but it wasn't. So I don't know, which must have gone through some sort of process to make it like that. Yeah, and there was also some taxidermy today. There's all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this one with all these dried flowers, I was really impressed by. Right. Okay, there we go, right on the dot. Yeah, I realised I couldn't fit in a fifth one, but I think they worked out quite nice because I was just fiddling about with some other bits. So yeah, that was lovely. I'm gonna just stop sharing now, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That was very relaxing. I'm gonna look forward to kind of carrying on with this and to just keep working on these. But yeah, if you did want to go back to them, all the stuff's on the post. I'm just going to clear my desk and try and get to my mouse. Right. So yeah, hope you all got on okay with that and you enjoyed it. Let me just close that. Now, if anyone would like to share, you're more than welcome. I'm going to share I haven't really done. I've only done a tiny bit, but yeah, if anyone would like to share, please just give me a little wave. Oh, hey Ro. Brilliant. Okay, let me spotlight you then. There we go. There we go. Hello.
Hello. That's like eek, I'm first. I didn't mean first.
Mm.
Ooh,
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, you went panels. Oh, that's
I went
amazing.
panels. Lighting is not
Fabulous.
helping. Let's see if it sharpens up.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going back in over the text. So I did grey ink tints to start with. And then I've just watercolour gouache. I've
Oh,
just put together a new palette. So I'm learning it. I can't get pumpkin orange right, it feels. But
I think it's great. You kind of like the colours have kind of like blended into each other, haven't they?
yeah, I've kept it quite.
It's
This isn't
beautiful.
I don't know what my usual thing is, but I don't usually, I really struggle putting text in, but I love it in other people's. So
Oh, I really like it. I like it a lot. I love it. Is it Autumn Blaze at the top?
yeah, I think it's Autumn Blaze,
Beautiful.
Warm Dappled Glow, pleated ink hat mushroom, and pumpkin season, for want of better
Brilliant.
anything
Oh,
else.
I
Just
love
to
it.
push myself to put words in.
Yeah, really good. And I love what you've done with the panels. It works so well. Fabulous.
Hammering art creation paper.
Yeah, fantastic.
Got away with it.
Oh, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Thank you. And for coming. Would anyone else like to share? Oh, hello, Michelle. A little hand there. Let me just spotlight you. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Love. Oh my God, they look like actual leaves. Are they collaged?
No, it's from your photo.
See, they look like they're collage. They've got like they really stand out. They really kind of
Yeah.
stick out because of how you've done the one in the background. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Well, I thought I would this is a big page and it's definitely autumn here now. So we'll have aspen leaves everywhere and very shortly. So my plan is to fill the rest of the page with just aspen leaves, drifting all over. And it'll be so nice with the orange and the
Oh.
leaves are gold.
Oh, well, if you do finish, do share. I'd love to see. And yeah, and any autumnal photos, I'm a sucker for anything autumnal. So any photos of like
Okay,
the
all
trees
right. Well,
changing and your orange bear and the orange berries, I would love to see those. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Well, and I emailed you the mushroom quote because I didn't know how else to post it. So you'll get an email with that picture.
Brilliant.
But we live at 5,000 feet, but we're very close to the hiking trails that we go to are 7,000 feet, and they already have snow. And so those trees in about 2 more weeks, it'll be just a blaze of gold. And I will send you pictures.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh gosh.
Well, thank you. This was great. I've been looking so forward to it. I love autumn.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And you've got the added bonus of Thanksgiving as well. Which just
Yeah.
add extra celebration here. But it's oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. Do share those with me, those photos, because I imagine it's just so spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Would anyone else like to share? Hey, okay, I'll come to you, Kat.
First.
I think you might have got in there. So let's see. Hey, how you doing?
I just tried watercolor. That first one went really wrong, and then
Beautiful.
the trees and the mushroom and the elderberries
Yeah,
and then the pumpkins.
gorgeous. Oh, your writing, it works so well. It works well with it on it as elderberries are beautiful. And you zoomed in, which is really nice. Like you really like zoomed in on them.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
I struggled with the picture that I sent you, but then the rest of it was fun.
Really? Oh, interesting. How interesting. Like I was thinking like with you, like your work is so like you bring light across so well in your paintings. And I thought,
Oh,
and I could see why you chose those because I could imagine you're thinking, oh, paint that would be lovely for a painting. Beautiful. Really
oh,
good. Love it.
thank you.
Got so much done as well. Um, thanks, Kat. That's amazing. Thanks for coming. Right, and then Ali. Hi. Oh, how you
And
doing?
in my Pith sketchbook.
Oh,
Oh,
Gorgeous. Oh, that color. Oh my gosh, what color is that? The orange, that what did he use? That's so fiery.
It's just watercolor, but I did manage to cram on quite a few layers.
Oh, it's good. Oh, oh, and you got all of the little mushrooms in. Amazing. Oh, that pumpkin. Wow, it's got so much like volume to it. It's great. It's really great. Gosh, that's amazing. How were you drying the layers? Were you just like, 'cause I had my hair dryer. I was like trying to dry.
I find stuff dries quite quickly in the Pith sketchbook.
Yeah, it does, to be fair. Yeah, yeah. It kind of soaks up the liquid quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy you enjoyed it. The mushrooms I love. It feels like little kind of like little detailed studies. Do you know what I mean? You know, you see those kind of studies of plants and things. It has that kind of feel to it.
Oh, thank you. That's
Love
more what I do. The landscape is I never do that. So that
Oh,
was
really?
my start, yeah.
Oh, they've done a great job. I love the colours as well. I love that kind of greys, those greys going into the greens. Really nice. To be fair, that was a tricky scene. It was a very tricky scene. Um, oh, thank you for sharing. Right, I'll just I mean, I've worked very small today, so um so I stuck in some leaves from the hawthorn that I collected the other day. And then I started doing the so I was trying to do the lights, the kind of like get some of that effect of the light coming through, but I still need to work on that. But I was just trying to get some of the colours, but I couldn't quite pick the right colours. So I need to go back. And then I was try to get that kind of gradient of the leaves and then I want to go back over the top and try and build up those layers of the tree.
yeah,
Um, and then what did I do? Oh yeah, then I did one mushroom because I was talking about the mushroom mycology, but that was nice. I like the simplicity of it. I like just the simplicity of that mushroom.
I
And
love the background color. The background color
yeah,
with that mushroom.
it's green
Yeah.
umber. It's like an ink, I think, and I just mixed it up with a bit of watercolor. But I kind of want to leave some space so I could add some text and stuff in there. And then I did the pumpkins again, really small. And then I just started it. And I don't know what that looks a bit more like an olive, but I need to work over the top with like maybe some gouache to bring it out. But yeah, I mean, I just worked very small, quite slowly. But you know, I love these sessions just to be able to chat and yeah, it's just really relaxing. And just kind of being with you guys and stuff. It's just lovely.
thank you, Emma. Yeah, it was lovely to be
Oh,
back.
no, thank you all for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, I had so many, I mean, there was so many more images and stuff, photos. So what I might do is just pop a few more on that post. And then if anyone ever wants to come back to them, there's loads there. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I'm just trying to think what I've got coming up next week. I think I've got a co-sketching next week. just going to double check what day. Yeah, Monday. That's 2 till 3 UK time, and then we've got the kind of the Creative Flock first birthday session on the 26th, so that's next Thursday evening, and that's 7:30 to 8:30, and that's just going to be silly fun prompts, and I might get George to help me come up with some silly kind of like word prompts, so we can it'll be quick drawing silly stuff, you know, kind of no pressure, but just fun, and so I'm really looking forward to that, and I can't believe I've been doing this for a whole year. It's mad. But thank you so much for coming. Replay will be up tomorrow, and whatever you're doing rest of the day or this evening, have a good one. Okay, and I will see you all again really soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emma.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.